Hey guys. Um, it is, it's 3:07 p.m. on August the 30th, 2023, and I'm finally doing that life update that I said I would do. Um, so I don't really think these videos get that many views to begin with, so, but, I've been dealing with shit. I don't remember when the last life update was, but I think it was in April. I think it was in April, and in that one I said stuff about, I don't remember. I know that I mentioned my sister in it at least. Um, so ever since that video, she kept doing the same stuff she was doing. She kept making a mess, not picking it up, leaving it for me and my mother to pick up, and, yeah. And then just recently, on the 17th, she, she moved into her college dorm and she's been there ever since. And I thought I'd be happy. I thought it would be a lot easier without her around, but it's actually quite difficult. So, yeah, I woke up like 30 to 40 minutes ago because I slept, I was up too late, which, might I add, is part of the reason why I'm struggling because, I can't get to sleep on time, and that really fucks up my entire schedule, and, yeah. I think it doesn't help that the nightmares have come back. I think I mentioned this in, like, videos way, way in the past from, like, 2018, but, um, I used to have nightmares on basically a daily basis, like, every time I went to sleep I would have one. But that had stopped for a while because I actually, I stopped overloading myself with so much horror content that I literally had nightmares every night because of it. I mean, back then, the only stuff I was writing was horror. So, I mean, the only, like, stuff I was watching was horror related. And it took me a while to see that, but it's not exactly healthy. It's really not. Um, I still vastly prefer darker topics and stuff because it just suits me. I like talking about them more. I like reading stuff like that more, but at the same time, too much of a good thing is not a good thing. Um, I don't think I've done a sort of, I don't know, maybe, hey. Anyway, I've been writing. I've been continuing to write, even if I haven't been doing the videos, which I've been wanting to do the videos because I actually enjoy doing them. It's not just something I'm doing for views or subscribers or anything. No, I actually want to fucking do them because it gives me practice as a voice actor and a narrator. So, like, I want to do them, but every time I sit down and think, oh, I want to do them, something distracts me and I don't do it anymore. I need to shave again. Fucking Christ. It's been a week. Or, no, it hasn't been a week. It's been like 2 weeks or so. So, yeah, I guess yeah, it has been 2 weeks. Um, Still, I hate this. I hate this shit. I hate this fucking gross ass fucking hair that grows out of the face. Um, yeah, I've been writing a lot of shit. Most recently, I finished a little essay on Broke prose and how preachers used to use it back in the day to basically make people listen to them and take their message more seriously, essentially. I mean, as well as adding in a few sort of parts that more attuned to writing itself, like the technical aspects of writing, like, grammar, nouns, predicates, etc., all that type of stuff. That was in there as well, but I was mainly focused on the way that that was used back in like the 1600s or so. And I've recently begun writing a sort of demand, like a sort of like plea to. It's not going to be released, but I still want to get out of me. Basically, it's a sort of outcry against all of these hate speech laws and against all of these garbage hate crime bullshit because, well, not really the hate crime in particular, but just how it seems like everyone continues to be way too sensitive for their own good. And having a really, really good friend, like, he's honestly someone I would consider one of my best friends, and he's really cool and stuff. Having a friend like that who lives in a third world country like Brazil has really taught me a lot about the state of their country and how they're. I mean, now with their new president, I don't. But Lula, I think his name is. He's apparently instating a lot of laws that are basically the same thing we have in the States, which I don't really like. I don't really like from going from one extreme with what was Bolsonaro, going from like Bolsonaro to fucking that extreme to this guy, which is an entire other extreme. I don't like extremes, basically. But there's a whole lot of other shit going on in that country that is fucked, from what I've been told. And it's fucking depressing. But at least they have the balls not to fucking curl up into a fetal position when someone calls them a name, you know? At least that isn't something they're doing. Whereas here in the States, I guarantee you that there are some people out there who get called the most basic insult and then collapse from the fucking pain. Oh no. Basically, that's sort of what it's about. It's about how. But I've been like. I've done it from the point of view of someone outside of our country. And yeah, because it's easier to tear into the country when you're not as yourself, I guess. And it's just, I was starting on paper, but then I thought, no, I'm not going to do that. That's too much. But outside of the writing, I don't know why I got into that. Um, the other things I've been struggling with is that recently we found out that I found out and my sister found out that our grandpa on our dad's side, our dad's dad, our father's father, he got really, really sick, and he was in the hospital for a while. I don't know what's going on with him, but I was sent pictures, and he seemed like he was coherent. He seemed like he was there in them. He was like smiling and stuff. So I hope he's better. But at the same time, I'm really fucking worried because those Grammy and Grampy, they're really their health hasn't exactly been the best throughout their life and stuff. It hasn't exactly been the best for them. So I've been like ever since they moved out of their house that I grew up knowing. I've been really worried about them because yeah, they're in an old folks home now basically, but. mm, I'm just worried about them, and then apparently something, and then yesterday apparently apparently my mother was sent me a text about my grandfather. her dad, but I never got the text, and I don't know what's going on with that. So, my mind's been running wild with what the fuck could be happening with him, and I'm honestly kind of scared. So, yeah. Outside of that, my birthday is in 6 days. I think it's 6 days. Alright, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's about, yeah. The 5th. The 5th is my birthday, and I'm turning 21. I started this channel when I was 15. It was in, like, April or May of 2018 that I started. So technically I was 16, but not yet. I was still 15 at the time. And now I am 21. I'm yay, I guess. I'm old enough to drink. Wahoo. Give me a fucking break. Honestly, there's some people that I know that the only reason they're excited to turn 21 is because they can drink in the US. And personally, I find that to be the most childish fucking thought process ever. Because my family has a long history of alcoholics, and I don't want to end up in that. Not about to do that to myself. So basically, what's going to happen is I'm going to have 1 or 2 drinks on my birthday, and then only sporadically after that, because no. Nah. Not about to become my father, let's just say that. Which, speaking of him, I saw him when we moved my sister into her dorm. He came. I didn't know he was coming, but he came. And we talked a bit. We kind of talked. It was semi-tolerable. It was actually pretty nice to talk to him again. I wasn't expecting that. But then I remembered, yeah, no. I wouldn't want to live with him. It's much more easy to interact with him when it's only for a short visit. But when you're actually living with the guy, it's another story. I don't even know if he follows this channel, if he subscribed. I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it, but if you are, hi, I guess. I just said that about you. I'm sorry, I guess. I don't know. You kind of fucked me up, buddy. You kind of fucked me up good. But, yeah. Yeah, I remember. I was all fine. I was keeping my emotions in check for that entire time we were there. And then when we came back around 7-ish, because that's when we went out to get food for her. And then we went back and gave it to her. And we were there for about 30 more minutes or so. And toward the end there, I wasn't able to keep it in check anymore, and I didn't know how to fucking react or even talk anymore, and I was fucking yeah, I was fucked by the emotions. They hit me hard, okay? They fucking slammed me in the face. Full. And it wasn't until yesterday that I fully broke down and just sobbed for a good 30 minutes. You wouldn't have seen it because it wasn't on video. There's no fucking way I'm putting it on YouTube. But, yeah. Another thing I want to talk about is I was talking with some people on a Discord server that I am in. And I was talking about my, my voice acting, how I do narrations for visual novels and stuff. And they said, "Oh, what kind of voices can you do? What kind of impressions can you do?" And I was like, I can do some, I guess. I'm not really the strongest at that. I'm more so strong when it comes to emoting with just in general, when it comes to my face not being involved, because otherwise I look ridiculous. But, you know, it's funny. Being autistic, acting is a lot harder than I thought it would be. I mean, I'm sure it's difficult for, neurotypical people as well. But when you can't even tell the emotions that some people are like broadcasting to you, when you can't even tell that, when you can't even tell if your tone that you're speaking with will offend them or not, it's fucking hard. Like, I swear, sometimes I remember that like, even now, my mother asked me to do stuff, and I say, okay. And then she says, "Don't give me that attitude." I'm like, what? I said, okay. I don't know what you. And also, I'm literally stating the truth to people, and they say, "Oh, stop lying. You're lying." What? Or stop making excuses. That's the number one thing. It's always, "Oh, you're making excuses or something." I'm like, what? I am telling you the fucking truth. I'm telling you what was going on and why in the clearest way I can think of. And apparently that's making an excuse. Nice. But anyway, that went off topic. I was talking about voice acting. But the number one most important thing. I just want to do an accent. Important. Important. Oh boy. Good grief. Oh, Jesus. Um. Yeah, that sounded more like the OO speak than New York. Whatever. Um. Basically, I told them the number one most important thing is emoting and acting because it's voice acting. One of the reasons it's called that is because you're not physically on screen. Your voice is, but you're not. So I don't get that mindset. And honestly, if you want to get into this, if you want to do videos like I do, then just do them for yourself, okay? Don't do them because I'm doing them or anyone else is doing them. The reason I did them after I saw Vivian J do them was because I wanted to do them. Ugh, man, it's been fucking 5 years since I found their channel. Back when their channel was Decker Link. Good grief. It's been a while. It's been a minute. But yeah, I'll probably do the smoke room later on. I'll probably do the episodes for the smoke room later on. Apparently, I have two updates to do now because not only is Murdoch's latest build out, I think I think it's Nikolai that is out that has a new one now. And I'm not gonna tell you where I got it either. You're gonna have to find it out for yourself, people. Because, if I had the money, if I had the ability to give them money, I would give them money. But I do not, so I'm pirating it. Cha-ching! I'm so smart for everybody that in a video. Congrats. I'm a criminal apparently. Bullshit. Piracy is completely moral. It should be completely legal. Fuck the mainstream corporations for all their garbage. In other news, outside of the struggle session I just went on for no goddamn reason, I'm such a pathetic wimp. I'm just joking. I don't think of myself that way. But yeah, I've been sort of watching the presidential stuff. I've been looking into that, like the whole run next year. All of them suck. A lot of them fucking suck. The only one that I actually think I like is I'm gonna butcher this name. Is Vivek Ramaswamy. That dude, he has some really great ideas. He's actually pretty in line with my beliefs, as it turns out. And it's cool. It's just One thing I found out is that he wants to abolish the IRS, the FBI. Like, yes, please. Yes, please. Fuck those organizations. I'm just saying, however, we need a president that isn't going to divide us. But they're going to bring us together. We need someone that's going to bring us together instead of tear us further apart because we're already torn enough apart. And that is how a country fucking collapses. Division. And like I know, oh, they're the other. We shouldn't associate with them. Yes, you should. If you're on one side, talk to the other. It's that simple. And I don't mean yell at them or berate them or make fun of them to their face. I mean actually sit down or sit down at a computer and have an actual genuine discussion with them about their ideas. Because that is what leads to understanding and that is what leads to better integrating our country to suit everyone. Discussion. As the 12th Doctor said, if everyone just did what they should have done at the beginning, sit down and talk. Just sit down and fucking talk like mature adults. And actually come to decisions together instead of, that person did this, let's do this to counteract that. No, fuck that nonsense. Fuck that noise. What we need is debate mediators who are skilled in debate topics, like all like fallacies and stuff like that. Just rhetoric in general. We need someone that knows that stuff to be there at those meetings to stop that from happening, for the debates to be logical and without all of that nonsense. Straw men and etc. We don't need any of that in these debates. Really fucking, not to mention all the fucking smearing and the fucking campaigning and lying about other people that you don't like. Fuck that noise. Okay, fuck that noise. That shit's not okay. Our country's already fucked enough as it is. We don't need this. We don't need more division on top of it. I mean, hell, that friend I mentioned, that Brazilian friend, he's a genuine communist. Like, he genuinely believes this stuff, and I respect him for it. I respect him for genuinely believing in his values and not being a LARPer like the majority of Americans that call themselves commies. Like, he actually believes this stuff, and that is respectable on a level I cannot begin to tell you about. I don't exactly agree with communism, but some of the ideas it has are actually pretty decent. And the more I've talked to him, the more I've seen that. So I'm glad I talked to him and actually had discussions with him. Like a rational, like, mature adult having discussions with people without yelling or throwing a temper tantrum. Yeah, that's actually what leads to good things. In the realm of visual novels, I've been getting comments from a certain individual. I don't remember their name. I'm going to just quickly look for them because their comments are on videos of mine and I know which ones they are on. So this shall be quite easy to find, yes indeed. Go away, email. I don't fucking want you. Oh jeez, there's another trailer for FNAF movie. That's neat. I'm trying to find it, guys. I'm trying to find it. Shit. It was Masquerade in the Woods. That's what it was. There's a comment from him in this video. Here he is. Igor Mendoka? I don't know how to say that. But that's a maned wolf, I think, in their profile picture, so I guess they're Brazilian? Maybe? I don't know, that just seems like it. But, they talked to me about, they basically said you gotta come back to this VN, and I said no, and then they gave a pretty decent response to that by saying that the sequence that I was thinking of, which happens right after I left off that video, apparently gets more, it moves away from that. So I'm glad that happens. Sorry. So I suppose I will get back to a masquerade in the woods sorry, as well as where the demon lurks. And you know, another thing that recently occurred was my mother told me that her sister, my Aunt Jen, she wants to see my channel. She wants to watch my channel, and my immediate reaction was, no, not happening. But, you know, I don't even know if this card is right anymore, but it might be. So, like, I don't know. Maybe I will send her my channel and be like, hey, if you want to watch it, that's cool. Just don't be surprised if you hear things you don't like, or you hear me, or you see videos where the title's a bit, not to mention, you know, all the, quickly pausing the video because a dick shows up on screen. Yeah, that's also a thing that you're gonna have to look out for. Good grief. Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I shouldn't, actually. Maybe I shouldn't send this channel. Maybe I shouldn't send a link to the channel to her. Oh, boy. Oh, good grief. But yeah, the thing is, I'm genuinely really fucking excited to see where the smoke room goes. Because it's the only Echoverse game left. And, like, I know where it ends up. We know where it ends up, with Sam fucking dead. Or living until he gets run over by Janice and Sydney's father. Whenever that happened. 60s, 70s, who fucking knows. But yeah. I'm really looking forward to, that. To reading more of the smoke room and seeing where Sam's story ends up. Because I've grown so attached to him as a character. I didn't think I would, but you know, it happened. I remember back in 2018 thinking, okay, new protagonist, how is this going to turn out? And now, here in 2023, I am really, really like Sam. He's a great character. He's a great character with a great personality. And oh boy, I cannot wait to see how his story ends. Yeah, I can't wait. But yeah, I remember back in 2018, I was really into, like, codes and ciphers and stuff. So I've been learning about that sort of stuff. And it's really cool. It's really neat. But yeah. But yeah, my birthday, as I said, is coming up, and, I have plans for that because, well, I had plans because my friend Matthew was supposed to be coming over, but that's not gonna happen anymore. He's not coming over for my birthday anymore. But, I'm still doing the same thing. I'm still doing the same plan. Over to Carrollton, go to Underground Books. Well, first I'll go to Carrollton, get some coffee, and maybe a croissant at the cafe nearby, and then go to Underground Books, and then go across the street to the oldest bookstore in Georgia that's right across the street from Underground Books and the cafe. And then for dinner, of course, Steak and Shake, because it's a tradition at this point. I've done it since my 17th birthday at this point. So yeah, it's happening. But yeah, I'm just looking at my my analysis, my essay about Baroque prose. I'm just trying to think of how I could improve this, but I don't think I can. I think it's I think it's already pretty good. Yeah. Hmm. I'm always thinking of how to improve my writing, really. It's just something that I do. And, yeah. I think I've run out of things to talk about, actually. So, thank you for watching this life update. I think this is the longest one in a while. Maybe ever. So, thanks for watching, I guess. See ya. Bye bye.